Hello, my name is Steve Thompson and I'm a lecturer in the Department of History and Welsh History at Aberystwyth University. I'd like to give a short talk on one of the modules that we offer in the first year in the department. This is the module, The Modern World, 1789 to the present. Like all our other first year modules, it's intended to help you make that transition from school or college to higher education. So it's a big, broad module. It sets out some big themes in modern history, and it's intended then to prepare you then for the remaining years in the department. Similar to many other universities, perhaps, the first year at Aberystwyth University does not count towards the final degree mark, and it's years 2 and 3 in which all the various coursework that you'll do and the various exams that you'll sit contribute to that final degree mark. So the first year is very much a good opportunity then to make that transition from school or college to university, but also to find what types of history that you really enjoy. So this is an opportunity to try modules on countries that you've never studied before, or to do a bit more work in periods of history that you've not had a chance to study back in school or college. Because this first year you only have to pass the various modules during this first year in order to progress into year 2. So as I say, it is a very good opportunity then to try to find out what you enjoy, to find your feet at university before the second and third years that really matter. I am a historian of the modern period, and so I do coordinate this modern history module in the first year. As I mentioned, this module does deal with very large themes in the modern period. We look at that period, as you noticed from the title, from about 1789 onwards, right through to the late 20th century. And so we do, of course, deal with very large topics, large themes, large changes and processes in the modern world. So as you can see, we do consider such things as revolution, political revolution and political change, dating from 1789. So of course we deal with the French Revolution, and then other revolutions through the early half of the 19th century and of course into the 20th century itself, because these of course are big themes that have had very significant consequences for different countries in the world and indeed the world itself, and have had lasting consequences then for political ideas and ideologies and so on. So this is an extremely important theme within the module that is picked up in a number of different ways. In addition, and as you can see again, we do deal with industrialization and urbanization and economic change more broadly. This is one of those themes that I'm primarily responsible for during the module, for example. Ideologies and social movements is also picked up in a variety of different kinds of contexts right across the period as a whole. And so, that is crucially important. It really does matter, of course, these ideologies, these social movements did involve a great many people, did affect a great many lives. So are crucially important then to people's experiences during the 18th, 19th and 20th centuries. And of course then such things as war and violence and migration similarly have had a very significant impact on a variety of different regions right across the globe during the modern period. Have absolutely transformed people's experiences and the communities in which they lived. And so, very important. This, as you can see, is the list of lectures on the module. And as you'll see, it is very broad, as you would imagine. You can see how the different themes do crop up in the individual lectures. I think it's also important to note at this point that there are 6 members of staff contributing these lectures on the module. And so, the module does draw upon a very broad range of expertise in different periods within the modern period, but also different parts of the globe during that time as well. We do attempt to offer a kind of global perspective within this module, and so we do consider Britain, Europe, North America, but also Southeast Asia, Africa, South America, and so on. There is an attempt then to offer, properly global history within this focus on the modern period. Apart from the lectures, it's very important to know that at Aberystwyth, in the Department of History and Welsh History, we of course use that traditional form of lecture, but also of course various workshops or seminars. These are the 5 for this module, and again, as you can see, we do pick up on some of the big themes in the module and attempt then to to consider them within this particular kind of workshop context. Now, what this entails is sort of small group teaching, and within that then working within small groups yourselves, perhaps 4, 5, 6 students, possibly looking over primary sources, for example, as a means by which to facilitate discussion of these big ideas, these big themes, trying to make it a bit more manageable. Now, those workshops are a very good opportunity, hopefully, for you to have a chance to explore these kinds of ideas and these issues, to discuss them with your peers, and to really enjoy that practice of studying history with other people. If you are interested in this topic and interested in the types of things that are addressed within this module, and perhaps if you have some spare time, perhaps you'd like to do a little bit of research on on a topic related to this module. Perhaps you could look at that list of lectures. You could focus on one that interests you most, that most grabs your attention, and perhaps carry out a bit of research online then to find out a bit more about that particular topic. You might even, as a good sort of mental exercise, do a little bit of writing on that particular topic to see what type of interpretation that you might devise in relation to it. Okay, well, thanks very much for listening. If you do have further queries about this module, or indeed about the department as a whole, please feel free to get in touch with me. My contact details there are on the screen, and so, as I say, please feel free to get in touch. Thank you very much, and hope to see you again.